Hey there, Susan with Positively Fit You here, and today we're going to talk about stress eating. And be sure to watch till the end so you can get my free tip sheet on stopping your stress eating. We all do it from time to time. We stress eat for many reasons. And most of the time, when we stress eat, we realize what we're doing, but we continue to do it. And then we get mad at ourselves, right? But then what happens? We do it again the next time we're stressed or worried about something. How can we stop the cycle of stress eating if food is our go to when we're worried or stressed? Now, first of all, there are different reasons why we stress eat. First of all, there's a physiological reason. When we get stressed, our body releases cortisol, which is a stress hormone. Cortisol can cause us to have cravings, and usually those cravings aren't for chicken and veggies. Usually we crave sugar or salt or fatty foods, carbs. Then when we eat, food does create chemical changes in the body which can soothe us temporarily. That's the key word. We aren't soothed for long, and then how do we feel later? We also may go to food when we're stressed because of connections that we might have in our minds with food and emotions. Maybe it's childhood experiences. Most of us were probably rewarded at times with ice cream after a soccer game or going out to dinner for our favorite high-calorie meal after a good report card. We as adults still do this, right? We celebrate with food a lot more than we should, but we do. So when we're stressed, we tend to connect food with relaxing and happiness, and maybe it works temporarily. We also stress eat to distract ourselves. One of my best friends from growing up is married to a police officer, and he mainly works nights. She tells me that she often catches herself stress eating in order to shift her attention away from worrying about him. Now, this can be the same with parents whose 16-year-old son just got his driver's license and he's not home yet. Or if we're stressed about work or a relationship or finances or an illness, food can take our attention away from whatever we're worried about temporarily. So, how do we stop stress eating? The first step is recognizing what we're doing and asking ourselves this question: am I physically hungry? If the answer is no, it's best to fill the void that we're attempting to fill with food with something else. Now, if you really do want to eat something, the best thing to do is to not have trigger foods in your house. Trigger foods are foods that cause us to want more and more and more and then not be able to stop. Now, this may be sugar or salt, or for some people, even something like cereal. If you know that you have a problem with a certain food, it's best to get it out of the house. We can't eat what we don't have. It's also about finding foods that replace sugary or salty snacks that may be your go-to. I often have my favorite protein bars cut up into halves or quarters, and then I have them in little sandwich baggies. That way, if I really want something, I go and I grab a little baggie, take it to a different room, eat it slowly, and then go brush my teeth. There are also healthier salty snacks that you can pre-portion too. Of course, if you know you aren't physically hungry, it's best to avoid food altogether, but it's definitely a good idea to have healthier options readily available. Now, stress and worry obviously can cause us to want to eat, but there are some other things that can help with these emotions that don't cause weight gain and don't cause us to feel crappy later. The better thing to do, instead of going for food if you're not hungry, is to have a list, a physical list of things that relax you. This may be taking a bath, doing your favorite yoga stretch, sitting in silence meditating for 5 minutes, making yourself a cup of tea that you enjoy, or even something as simple as lighting a couple candles. Now, I just read you my list, and I do have these things on a physical list that I keep handy for when I'm stressed or worried about something and I just want to go to the fridge. All of these things that I just mentioned seem like little treats to me. So I will pick one and I'll do it. These things make us feel better, which is what we're looking for when we're stressed or worried. We're looking for something to ease the stress. It's much better to pick something with 0 calories, right? Now, it's important to remember that stress eating only causes us more stress. The temporary effects of food when we're stressed are very, very short-lived. And then we don't feel good. When we don't feel good physically, we have a harder time dealing with stress, and that makes it worse. And we also get stressed when we realize we've gained weight, right? So today, when you're done watching this video, if stress eating is something that goes on with you, make your list of things that relax you and keep it handy. You will be happy that you did. Now, be sure to go to the description of this video and click the link to get my free tip sheet on stopping your stress eating. If you like this video, be sure to click the like button, share it with your friends, and as always, be sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.